go. Okay, this is your additional practice 3-2. This is our Friday assignment. I believe it's December 1st. So there's a practice for each part of these skills we've been working on. And so 1 through 4, you need to find the prime factorization of each number. If it is prime, write prime. So you have that prime paper activity that you did before Thanksgiving. So you should still have that. Okay. So for prime factorization, you need to make your little tree. Okay. And I'll just start with this. So 2 and what? 45 for 90, right? 2 and 45. Circle your number when you know it's prime. And then we have 2 over here. We have 5 and 9 for 45. 5 is prime. And then you have 3 times 3, and 3 is prime. Okay, so this is the prime factorization. Make sure when you write this, though, you're going to write in numerical order 2 times 3. Now remember, to the power, so there's 2, 3, so 3 to the power of 2 times 5, okay? You can do the same for 2, 3, and 4. However, if a number is prime, just write the word prime underneath of it. 5 through 8, find the greatest common factor for each pair of numbers. So you can use your factor page that we've created. There are some numbers that are not on there, like the number 100. So you need to write the greatest common factor for each pair of numbers, okay? Now, 9 through 12. This is one we've been working on. It's still a little, I know it's a little bit of a struggle at times. I'm going to do number 9 with you. Now, use the greatest common factor in the distributive property to find each sum. So starting with the greatest common factor of 32 and 48, you have to use the greatest common factor. So if you're not sure, you need to write the factors. So 32, 48, I'm going to go with this 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Okay, and then I know we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12. And I feel like 16. I'm going to use my calculator. You can use yours too. 48 divided by 3, it is 16. 16, 24, and 48. So you need to write your factors, or you already have them on your paper, and then identify the greatest common factor, the biggest one they share, and it's 16. So once you have identified the greatest common factor, you're going to put an equals and put 16, open parentheses. Remember, we'd be multiplying the sum, so you just pretend that there's no multiplication right there. Then ask yourself, 32 divided by 16 is 2. So you're going to say 2. Plus 48 divided by 16 is 3. Okay, so basically 32 plus 48 is 80. Okay, so hypothetically 2 plus 3, which is 5, times 16 should be 80. And it is. So that's what you're going to do for 10, 11, and 12. Number 13, 14, 15, 16, you need to find the least common multiple of each pair. Number 17, it says Mrs. James displayed the factor tree at the right. Complete the factor tree to find the number that has a prime factorization of 2 to the power of 4 times 3. So essentially you need to work backward and fill in these blanks. Okay? Look at number 18. The student council was preparing for the school bake sale. The members divided each type of donated item equally on plates. Each plate contained only one type of item, and every plate had exactly the same number of items. There were no leftovers. What is the greatest number of items that had been found? I would highlight my keyword here because we're working on greatest common factor and least common multiple. So if you hear the word greatest, you're going to be looking for the greatest common factor of these three numbers. It's going to be work, but you can do it, okay? Number 19. Ron is trying to find the least common multiple of 4 and 6. His work is shown at the right. What is Ron's mistake? Okay, explain how to find the correct least common multiple of 4 and 6. So look at his work. Look at his work, and then you need to figure out what is his mistake. I'll tell you right now, we got factors listed. And is that what we do for least common multiple? 20. Peanuts are sold in 8-ounce and 12-ounce packages. What is the fewest number of ounces you can buy of each package to have equal amounts of each package? Your key word there is fewest. Fewest means least common multiple. Al's garden is 18 feet long and 30 feet wide. He wants to put fence posts in the same distance apart along all sides of the garden. What is the greatest distance apart that Al can place the fence posts? Again, greatest means what, friends? That's right, greatest common factor. Okay, and then 22, 23. At what times between 10 a.m., use this diagram. At what times between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. do the chemistry presentations and the recycling presentation start simultaneously? So every 10 minutes, every 20 minutes, and our time is increasing, so we're looking for the least common multiple. But of the chemistry presentation and the recycling presentation, you see we have multiple, but I want, in this particular one, chemistry and recycling. 23. The museum performs shows in schools every Monday and public libraries every 5th day on both weekends and weekdays and weekends. If the museum did both a school show and a library show on Monday, how many days will it be until it does both shows on the same day again? So school shows are Mondays. School is Mondays. Okay? But every 5th day, weekdays and weekends, so they're not skipping days in the library. Library, every 5 days. Okay? So the question is, so every Monday would be every 7th day. Okay. So if the museum did both a school show and a library show on Monday, how many days will it be until it does both shows on the same day again? So right here, least common multiple. And here's a fabulous assessment practice. Match each pair of numbers with a pair of numbers that has the same least common multiple. Okay, so what they're saying is, it's like a chart you fill in. 8 and 10, what's the least common multiple, right? What's the least common multiple of 4 and 5? So figure that out first, and then figure out these least common multiples and which ones share it, okay? Which expression is equivalent to 42 plus 70? So remember, this is where we go back, finding the greatest common factor of the two. So once you find the greatest common factor, that will be this number here. And once you find out that, you already know. You don't have to worry about these other factors because you'll know. Okay? Okay. Great. Have fun with this, guys.